Chairman Miller and members of the committee. I, too, would like to thank you for the opportunity to discuss early childhood education, one of my most favorite topics. I want to especially focus on what young children who are disadvantaged and their families need to make the most.
I think we need just, if you bend the mic down just a little bit. Yeah.
To make the most of the earliest years of their growth and development. Does that work?
Yeah, that's better. Thank you.
I represent the Buffett Early Childhood Fund, the part of Susie Buffett's foundation that is dedicated to leveling the academic playing field by ensuring comprehensive, high-quality, birth-to-five services for our country's youngest and most vulnerable children. I also bring to this discussion about 20 years of being an early childhood provider, as well as another 20 years of doing policy work in this arena. You've already heard from others today that the research is clear, that wherever children are, at home with their parents, with grandma, with a next-door neighbor, or in a center-based program, children need caring, consistent, and responsive experiences from their earliest days and weeks in order to be successful in school and later in life. Now, while the value of safe, nurturing, and stimulating environments is relevant for all children, it is especially critical for children who start life already behind, those born at risk of failing in school and in life because of variables such as poverty. But here's the kicker. The children who would most benefit from the most highly effective early childhood programs are often the ones least likely to have access to such programs. Let's face it, quality costs, and families with limited resources can't afford the programs that would best prepare their children for success in school. Child care subsidies provided to families of low incomes seldom cover the real cost of quality care. Five-star and nationally accredited early childhood programs are rarely located in neighborhoods with the greatest concentrations of poverty. Even programs like Head Start that are designed to address the needs of children at risk are often inaccessible to families of low incomes because their parents are in jobs that do not allow them the flexibility to leave work to transport their child from a half-day program to a full-day program. A variety of birth-to-five program options should be available to meet the various needs of families. But we must recognize that a significant number of our families with children under the age of 5, all parents are working and thus need full-day, year-round care. Unfortunately, there is a historical perception that child care is simply about watching the kids while mom and dad work, while early childhood education is where the real early learning occurs. This false dichotomy between child care and early learning needs to be eliminated. Child care must be viewed as an early learning environment. And furthermore, we need to acknowledge the research that indicates children need continuity in their care and should not be shuffled through between multiple early childhood programs and multiple caregivers every single day. Yes, there are major challenges in providing quality services across all settings, but it can be done. Common quality standards, clear pathways to meeting research-based standards of quality, and sufficient funding for not only reaching these standards, but for sustaining quality operations are all essential elements. In Nebraska, very high standards of quality are attached to the funds for birth-to-five services. However, there is also time allowed and funds available to assist programs in meeting those standards. The Nebraska Early Childhood funding structures also promote partnerships between agencies and programs, both public and private, because through partnerships we're able to deliver highly effective programs by combining and concentrating the resources of programs such as Early Head Start, State Early Childhood Grants, and the Child Care Subsidy. But these partnerships require that our early childhood policies and our early childhood practices are aligned. If quality is an essential ingredient for achieving positive outcomes for children, then we need policies that demand quality in all settings and then measure it to assure appropriate accountability. And we need to be particularly diligent about ensuring access to quality programs for our children most at risk. Since continuity of care is critical both for early learning and positive social emotional development, then our policies must promote the integration of birth-to-five services in one place with one set of caregivers. And because partnerships across programs are often the most effective way to achieve really good, effective programs, then our policies across programs need to be in sync and thereby encourage collaboration. Investing in the first 5 years is not just a wise investment policy for the good times, it is smart policy, especially in these most difficult economic times. As several leading economists across our country assert, there is no greater value investment than investing in the very young. Thank you.